family's very, musical and musically inclined. I had a cousin, rest in peace, Kev. He was like the family DJ. That's what really kind of got me into the music scene. Watching my cousin as a DJ, definitely. But first it was the lights. I was attracted.
Yeah.
I liked the lights.
Yeah.
And then I grew up the way I grew up, so I liked the control the DJ had, and I was like, man, he tell them put their hands up. They put their hands up. So I kind of liked that shift in my life. Like
Yeah.
maybe I should take that serious. So that was my passion for music. Fall in love with DJing first, and taking that to levels.
Right, and I did want to touch on that, man, because a lot of people probably don't know that you started out as a DJ.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And where was some places that DJing took you?
It took me around the world. Right now it consists of some DJ stuff, then management, and then of course music exec stuff. But man, I'm on my fourth passport book right now. I lived in countries and been around the world that a lot of people haven't been as yet.
Right,
or
right.
touched. But I'm blessed to say that I have been there. I'm on my third passport book. The London and Tel Aviv and Israel's and the Dubai's that everybody talk about. We've been going there for like 20 years and been on the private jets and we did these things already. I accomplished a lot, so very thankful for that. But yeah, I'm currently on my fourth passport book, so you can't name a city I haven't been.
Okay, so is that love for DJing, is that what got you really started? What started Team Titan DJs?
Yes. And when I was traveling a lot, basically, once I started tour DJing, I got into that, more of the travel tour DJing aspect. I was bumping into like a lot of DJs of my age and my caliber that took DJing serious. Me and DJ Just, from Queens, we grew up together. We kind of came in with this team idea with let's just build a solid little team and put some close DJs together, and we're gonna call ourselves the Teen Titans.
Right.
And we kind of stole that concept, of course, off the TV show, the Cartoon Network TV show. So it was the Teen Titans at first, and then I decided to change it to the Teen Titans. And then once we decided to do that, we started putting it was Bobby Valentino DJ we put down first, and DJ the Kid, and my boy DJ Mustard, and look what DJ Mustard is at now to this day. So that's one of my close friends. That was one of my first DJs I put down that I was mentoring at the time. So yeah, and then we just took it from there. Then once we felt like it was kind of growing, I started like expanding to like different cities, and every city that I traveled to on tour, I would feel like I needed a DJ there. So went from being 5 of us to 25 plus around the world now.
Straight family too, man.
Yeah,
Straight
real family bond.
I want to give your flowers, man, for even getting it this far. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time when something start like that, some people any up and bumpy road they gonna let it go. But now you mention like a group of people, and it's really doing great, man. I'm talking about it's a family for sure, man. So now let me ask you. I know now you're in a whole different realm of life.
Yeah.
In a whole different realm of life, but still in music. Can you explain what you do exactly?
Okay. As of right now, I am the A&R director of A&R. So rephrase that because it's kind of titles and levels of being an A&R, and the director is, and then it's the head. So I'm the highest level of under the director. I mean under the head, which is the director. So I kind of oversee like the Southeast region. Nothing's like genre driven, but I'm an A&R director in music publishing for Believe in Centric, and the ownership group of Believe is Believe Centric. What do we have? Of course, TuneCore, Nuclear Blast, and a few others. So do your research on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of music heads know that.
Yeah.
And this is a place Centric, right? And Believe this is a place where a lot of the big artists are actually using, right?
Yeah, Centric is a publishing powerhouse, to be honest, and that was one of the main reasons why I decided to work for Centric, because to me they have one of the best deal structures in music publishing and the fastest way to deliver. They collect the best, and why not have customer service and client service representative to be able to call and actually speak to. Yeah. I'm not saying other publishers don't, but for us, you sign with us, you're definitely gonna be able to speak to somebody.
Right, and that's really the biggest thing about it. I've noticed, even with artists I done been around, as of late, they really can't even get in touch with the people they so-called worked with or distributing through and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to actually be right here with somebody that these artists can actually talk to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So being a director at such a big company like that, how is it? Like when I say how is the everyday life of it? How's the experience of it?
The everyday experience is great because every day, I'm a music lover. You like we discussed before, first and foremost. So I love hearing new music, all genres. Like one of my favorite artists that I signed to Centric was Hojin. He's considered to be a K-pop artist, so he's not even, you know, a urban act.
Yeah.
Or we brought in Ace Hood. He's a great artist as well. Big Afrobeat artists like Black Sheriff, who just won a BET award that a lot of people don't know about. We actually sub-publish United Masters, which is one of the biggest urban brands to date. So
Right.
Centric is definitely a powerhouse, and people should do your research on that.
Yeah. Do your research.
Yeah.
You hear? Do your research. All right. So, as I stated earlier, man, you a manager to some of the really legendary people, definitely from my age group. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, we think of Sean Kingston, YK Osiris. Those are just two names that they really been out here for a long time that people really know. So, how is it managing Sean Kingston?
Well, it's management because it's me, my aunt, and Dada. So it's three of us that actually manages Sean Kingston. That it's a team. With YK Osiris at the time when I was managing him, it was just me and Sean Kingston managing YK. People don't know that it was a partnership with me and Sean to manage YK, and we had him for a little bit. Things kind of like we separated at time, and he went his path and we went our path. But with Sean, it's a family, so it's a little different for us. And we experienced a lot. We've been around the world. We sold a lot of records, and we changed lives. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it's about. Music is always about changing lives, and I watched Sean change people's life. Having conversations with them, depression modes and what they're going on, especially beautiful girls being at the peak at the top of that career where. The suicidal part had people,
real
not
talk.
understanding what the message that Sean was actually trying to get across. So we got that message across the correct way, and we came with like maybe 7, 8 number ones right after that. So
Facts.
check the
They did
check the
billboards or something,
on
right?
that. Yeah, do your research on that. Google Sean Kingston, and Google his work ethic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a touring artist, and I always try to tell artists that. It's a difference between streaming and radio, and a lot of artists will say, "Oh, I'd rather be streaming," well, and I'm like, "Well, Sean is doing over 20 million streams,
Yeah,
but he's also a radio artist, and radio is what's gonna get you on these tours,
Yeah.
and that's just to be honest. So remember that.
So with tours, since we speaking on tours right now, man, what are some of the more memorable places that you've been on tour with Sean Kingston?
We've been around the world. Tel Aviv, Israel, Brazil was crazy. Africa was great. Tel Aviv was crazy too because that was our first time back where the wall is.
Yeah.
And what happened is there was a crazy story about that. Our background singer, Ace, Sean and everybody, we was telling them like, don't play,
That's
we here, this is rap.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody can save you.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
So we trying to explain that. So what happened is he wore the hijab or what is it called? He wrapped his
Yeah.
Yeah, and they took disrespect to that and they pulled out the M16s on him. Yeah.
Hold on. So would you say is that the crazy experience you had overseas then on tour?
That's just one of many. Yeah, it's one of many. It was a crazy experience just to say like, when we told him like, yo, don't do this, bro. Like don't play with nobody's religion and
yeah.
And things transpired, but it wasn't a joke.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Fact. So
yeah.
So tell me then, if that's not the craziest, what is the crazy experience you had on tour with Sean Kingston?
I say this. We got kidnapped in Brazil.
Okay.
Hold that gunpoint one time. It's crazy.
It's like saying this shit like it's normal.
Steve LaBelle, we working because he calls me sometimes and mention this, but yeah, we got kidnapped and we had to pay $15,000 and they wanted tickets to the show. So not only did they rob us, but
and they had a good time.
and they had a good time to enjoy the show. But that was crazy. But Africa too, we had Nigeria, we had some situations out there, where people trying to rob, showing for his chain.
Yeah.
And our security guard had to let off some rounds in the air, and
Damn.
everybody went crazy. So we had some stories, man.
Man, nigga,
We always came out victorious. Man, time is money, ENT.
Yeah.
Always victorious, baby.
yeah, man, you can't be saying this shit like it's normal though.
I mean, it's not normal, but
like,
things transpire. You on
Yeah.
your fourth passport book, you're gonna experience some things overseas. Just like when people get caught, like in Dubai and stuff like that. We've been going to Dubai and
Yeah.
understand the rules and what's going on over there, and in the Middle East is different. The rules
That's
do not
fact.
apply the same.
So,
Yeah.
so did you ever think you will be here though, where you are now, like starting as a DJ?
No. To be honest, like, as I grew, my intentions grew to where I wanted to be. So I knew, like, once I became a road manager,
Talk about it.
Once I became a manager, and then I started consulting A&R, I kind of went to the stages. So
Yeah.
people always think like things be overnight, but it was actually stages and that I went through to
Right.
get where I'm at now, and the knowledge that I have now in music publishing and distribution and marketing as well. I worked in marketing for Rich Energy US. That's the energy drink company, like
Damn.
#1 in the UK at the time. So
Yeah.
I worked in different fields, of music industry
Yeah.
that not just containing the music industry. You know what I mean? Like the wines and spirits industry has a lot of attachments, but it's a separate entity.
So you want to say that you tried a lot of different things
Yeah,
for
of
getting
course.
here.
Yeah, and what made me even do that, the marketing stuff, or focused on it at the time, it was because I was managing artists and I wanted better sponsorship deals. So I was like, if I learn marketing and learn how these
How that
big
shit
artists
work,
are
yeah.
containing these deals, it will be more easier for me to do that. And that's what made me take marketing serious. And now I know the endorsement and sponsorship game.
Right.
Yeah.
So is it so? Along the way, was it people that kind of guided you?
Yeah, I had some mentors. I definitely did.
Okay. And how important is having mentors?
Having mentors is very important. Even me stepping into management and really taking the label roles and stuff serious, it was, my aunt with that, Janice Turner, Sean Kingston's mom.
Shout out.
She was the one that what made me say, like, yo, what are you doing? You're gonna be a DJ forever. So that kind of like put me in that space to say, nah, I'm it's time to step it up.
Yeah.
So, and of course, my mom's was great, letting me do what I did in the crib, for all these years, and dealing with, what I had to deal with. My dad, he played a part in that as well. Steve Lobel, he played a major part in that. Growing up in South Jamaica, Queens, the West Side of America, played a major part in that. And there you go.
So growing up in Southside Jamaica, Queens, right? How did music lead you to Atlanta? How did you end up here in Atlanta?
Yeah, music led me to Atlanta, and my first job and role, a lot of people don't know that because it was I was the vice president of Big Cat Records. Shout out to Mel, and of course, we had Gucci Mane, Rashida.
Yeah.
So that was like my first big
Yeah.
job. So at the time, I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
I was still trying to figuring things out, and I was like, just wanted to sign everybody. And Mel was like, yo, you're not here for that,
Yeah.
The first thing, the task that he gave me was metadata files. So I learned how to do metadata files first. And
what for the people that don't know, what the hell is a metadata?
You can't
file?
actually put out a complete project without a metadata file. That's how we track down the publishers,
Okay.
the splits go, so forth. So a lot of artists and people don't even know what
what
a
that
metadata
is.
file is, or A&Rs, I should say.
Right,
That
yeah,
should
yeah,
know
yeah.
what metadata files is. So I was doing that for like 2 years, like literally.
Damn, so
Like,
you really learned the business of just
yeah, I was
music,
learning the
period.
business. Yeah, and we had the biggest artists in the South at the
Oh,
time.
for sure, Gucci.
Yeah, and we sold, well, let me say it the correct way. We upstreamed Gucci to Atlantic from Big Cat. So, yeah, that was our big deal.
Damn, so your first, was that your, like, away from DJing? Or that was the first when you got here to Atlanta?
That was the first one I got to Atlanta.
Okay.
Basically. Like the first label job, like serious label job that really I wasn't ready for, but I had to be prepared for.
Okay, so what came out the Big Cat Records then?
Management, kind of doing my own thing, and then I went to a company called Gas Media, and
Okay.
Gas Media is where I learned the monetization game, the YouTube game. So that was,
Yeah.
that's publishing as well. But when I learned that side of the game, and I know how we was advancing artists just for the YouTube, and I was like, wow, this is a whole nother ball game that I didn't know about. So that was something that, and I stayed there for like a year and a half, and I signed Ayo and Teo.
Yep.
We did Jason Derulo, who did very well there as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
So yeah, Gas Media was a very great company. They have some of the best influencers. And then I went to Good Life with Unc, and we had Bigger Rankin sign to Good Life, and
Yeah.
Bloody
Shout
J,
out.
and a few of them. I was the president of Good Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was at Empire as well.
Yep. Yep. I
With
mean it.
Asia
Yep.
and working with Bobby Fischer and them as well. Shout out to Tina Davis. And then now I'm at Centric and Believe.
So during your time at Empire, how was that experience? Like, was there any learning curve? Just coming from like a smaller labels and.
Yeah, Empire was a definitely learning curve because the mentors there, like Bobby Fischer like he's very good at what he does. The Tina Davis is like they have a very good structure, like A&R staff, and so that was very well established in the music industry. So the learning from them and just being around them was good enough for me.
So that's pretty much saying they at least opened their arms up to you to let you come in.
Yeah,
and learn.
Bobby definitely let me in. That's why I will always respect my boy Bobby Fischer. He's actually now he's the vice president of A&R for Empire.
Okay.
So he moved up. So shout out to Bobby.
Yeah, shout out to you, Bobby. Shout out, man. So man, it seemed like you don't really, really been through it. Like it wasn't easy. I know it wasn't easy to get to where you at now. So if you had to tell if you had to tell a young aspiring maybe DJ or exec, what would you tell them? Like, what would be some advice you would tell them just to even get started for real?
To be honest, like it's different for me. So like when people always give advice, I will always say this: I mastered what I was doing first before I was leveled up. So I was a go-to DJ. So I wasn't a regular DJ.
Right.
I was the one that the artists knew they needed for tours.
Okay.
Like I need to get DJ Kilo because he's the best for tour DJing. Peter Street. Shout out to Mario who owned 255 and Slicing.
Shout out
He
to
gave me
you.
an opportunity as well, and I took over the residency there, and I became the biggest DJ on Peter Street, and I was the biggest thing smoking in Atlanta at one time. I was doing the biggest 3 clubs on Peter Street,
Right.
like the biggest nights of the week, and it was crazy.
So it was an establishing thing, like
it was establishing my footprint and wanting more.
right,
And having great mentors as well. But so I would say, like, okay, you want to be a DJ, be number one at that. You want to be a producer, build that discography up. Have people like me chasing you down.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And that's how it goes. So, and stick to it. Have great people around you because the distractions is your mental means everything. So let me touch on that. Having a great mental, in business in general, is first and foremost. So make sure you're there with that first before you do anything. Your mental, the right people around you, and sticking to it until it gets done.
Shit, boy. Hey, open your ears, man. Listen to what this man's saying. That's real shit, man. That's real shit. And I now I gotta ask you, get back into like, you mastered what you was doing, DJing.
Yeah.
You became a top tour DJ. What was some of the tours like? I say, what artists that you went on tour with that was like that really solidified you? If it was an artist that solidified you.
It wasn't an artist that solidified me because, for instance, I was on tour with Lloyd. And
Okay.
Jay Holiday was seeing me at a show, then called me the next day. I did Jay Holiday now next week. So it was my skill set that made that artist say, yo, I need that guy as well. You know what I mean? And so I wouldn't say an artist, kind of did that, but I would say, of course, my family, Sean Kingston, was the set stone for everything.
So would you tell DJs to find an artist?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course the artist can help elevate, but it's good. It's better when it works hand in hand. When the artist respects the DJ, the DJ respects the artist. Like, for instance, our DJ that was previously our DJ for Sean, he had a project. Sean did a whole project for him. He had Little Durk, he had G Herbo on it. Everybody released it, create music, advanced them.
Wow.
So that's the relationship that they had. Now we have Nice, NYC Nice.
Okay.
From Rhode Island, and my boy's a beast. He was one of the main reasons who pulled us together.
Yeah.
From us from the jump. So, he's also a Team Titan DJ, but he's a day one.
Shout out.
So shout out to Nice, from Providence, Rhode Island, who's Sean Kingston's official DJ now. Like he's doing his thing. So we're working on his project now. So
yeah.
yeah.
So you would say, man, it's okay for DJs to find that artist. You said
Yes, for
that.
sure. It's very much, and it doesn't. Some want the ones that's so
Yeah.
relevant or doing so well. You might need a ground up.
Okay,
You
and I
know,
think that's what
yeah,
I was
crawl
really
before you
saying.
walk. Crawl
Should
before
they?
you walk.
'Cause I think it's a lot of DJs out here that chase artists. So should they chase them or just kind of like let the artist come to them? 'Cause I know you just said that it's good that it's respected
Nah, I
both
was
ways.
chasing stuff too. So I would
So,
email,
okay,
I would hit up, I would like, yo, I'm the best. Literally. All right,
yeah,
let me try you out. Boom. He is the best.
and you turn this shit up.
There you go.
See, and that's the thing I think a lot of people don't know. Like young DJs such as myself, we need to hear like that y'all. We want to hear the groundwork that y'all put in, so we can go put that same groundwork in too. Because y'all kind of proving to us that it worked. Because that's how you in this see. That's how you who you are today. You feel what I'm saying? So I really do appreciate you just even saying that. Yeah, I chased them too, but I popped my shit, and when I got my chance, you did exactly what you said you was
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
do.
That's the main objective. Like even artists now that DM me or Kebu, how do I do this? And I say like first this is publishing, so it's different. And I'm I have to like your music. I like to
Yeah,
like
for sure.
music.
You gotta
I'm
like
into
the shit.
music, so no matter what genre it is, like they could be like, well, I'm doing 500,000 streams. Okay, I wouldn't listen to you.
Let me hear it.
You let me hear it. Let me.
That's just
Yeah,
just definitely as a DJ, I understand that.
Yeah.
Like,
So because I have, I don't want to give out my source like that, but
yeah,
I have 3 ears. I have my DJ ears, I have my consumer ears, and I have my music executive ears. So those are the 3 ears, and that's all I'm gonna say.
yeah. So you saying artists? I heard you say artists do DM you.
Yeah.
So you are open.
Yeah, of course. You can hit me up. Kebu.Commissiong@believe.com.
Okay,
Email me right now. Send me your Spotify link. Send me your music.
man. Y'all say it one more time for him.
Kebu.Commissiong@believe.com.
Man, y'all make sure y'all go hit them up, man, for sure. So now let me ask you, what's in your playlist since you got these 3 ears? What's in your playlist right now?
I'm an island guy, so I listen to a lot of
That mic.
island. I'm an island guy, so I vibe out to a lot of my island music. But I'm into my neo soul R&B.
Okay.
The reggae too. I listen to my own artists like Hojin. I listen to Commissiong unreleased that we're about to start smashing. So I kind of keep a lot of in house. I'm not gonna lie, but I do outsource like if it's something like, for instance, let's see.
Yeah, we gotta see what's in this
KB
playlist.
Mike,
Man.
that's my boy. He's on my
Shout out. Oh,
artist.
I heard. No, I actually listened to bro.
Yeah, KB Mike, everybody, that's all home team.
He's hard too.
I don't just listen to artists that's assigned to the brand or signed to the
Yeah.
brand. Shout out to Jake Isaac, you know what I'm saying? Risa Vibes, Armado, Lady Ice, Black Sheriff, Rima. Oh, Rima's a beast. Oh my God, she's a beast. Star Cash,
Man, he
she's from
giving
New
us
York.
some
Shout out
guys.
to DZ, my brother Robo Rock, Jaffe. Queens get the money, man.
Man, I respect you because you ain't say nobody really like that. That super industry popping like that I know.
Yeah,
So
check them out.
that's really 3 different ears, bro. That's really 3 different ears, man. Y'all go check them out. Them people. He named a lot of them, man. Just go running back this month. We'll be on YouTube and the ATL Billboard radio app. Make sure y'all go download that, all right? So now, I got to touch back on the quote of the day, which is never give up because you never know when it's your time. What does that quote speak to you?
Self-explanatory. Never give up, man. Literally.
So did you have any times throughout this long ass journey and process you went to that your mind went to giving up? Or even just like I'm talking about a quick split second when you kicked out of
that
it.
time in that mental starts bothering you, you're dealing with something or you feel pressured, but elevation is the key. Then you think about your foundation, my daughter, what I'm trying to build, where I see myself in 5 or 6 years, and the properties that I want to own, the vending machine company that I'm building. Like, it's stuff outside of the music industry that I see myself doing. So I have to complete these stages to get to where I need to go.
All right, for sure, man. We always got to touch on that, man, because I be big on the quotes of the day because sometimes people need that. So let's get back into it, man. We're going to, I gotta touch on this before we get out of there. I gotta touch on this. So you being a part of the Atlanta chapter of the Grammy Recording Academy. Can you tell people exactly what that is and how that came about for you to even be on that in that is it an organization like
It's a nonprofit as well. The Recording Academy, of course, it's the Grammys.
Grammys?
Yeah.
Listen closely, the Grammys.
It's they have two sides. They have the professional members and the voting members. The professional members, which is myself, is the music executives and like the people that work at labels and so forth. And then the voting members are the songwriters and the producers, so forth. We get to vote on certain things like the social change or stuff
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
or they give us a few categories as well. But it's really for the actual singer
Yeah.
songwriters, and people don't understand that. That's who actually are is doing
Right.
voting as well. So
Having a vote, anything got something to do with the Grammys is a
so
big
it is,
thing.
it's
Like,
a part of an elite team that actually vote on who wins Grammys. So I'm also a mentor for Grammy U, which
Okay.
is our college, kids coming out of college that are part of our Grammy program for the Recording Academy. So I'm also a part of that. I have a few mentors under that. But yeah, shout out to the Atlanta chapter Recording Academy. Daniela, she's our governor. Shout out to Henny, the president. And the list goes on.
hey, shout out, man, Grammy U, right? Grammy U. I never
Shout
even
out to
heard of
Grammy
that.
U, the Recording Academy, Atlanta chapter.
Man, shout out,
And
right
all the
there.
chapters, because we got Texas, Los Angeles, Philadelphia. So shout out to all the chapters.
Shout out to all the chapters, man. That's what we doing. Give flowers and show love, man, for the respected positions. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to that. So getting back into DJing, right? The Team Titan DJs, right? Quick before we get out of there. What can the people expect from the Team Titan DJs in this upcoming year, 2024? In this year of 2024.
Well, currently I'm rebranding right now, and I'm actually staffing. So I'm bringing in a new general manager, somebody to share president role with DJ Wave, who's actually the president now.
Shout out DJ Wade.
Yeah, shout out to Cotton. He's taking a management role. He's actually the program director in Columbus, Georgia. Steez, Kiko, she's moving up. She's going to kind of run the lady division. She's doing her
she's
thing.
going crazy right now.
Yeah, so it's elevation. I'm kind of building the organization a little bit different because I never looked. It's more of a family base, so that's why I wanted to keep it. So, but I'm just building the business structure out a little better now, and just like we have a bookings, where DJs actually get booked with us. So it's not like I don't know how the other teams do or the crews, but I know you get booked if you're a Team Titan DJ, and that's a fact. But yeah, so we restructuring the way we booking things, our merchandise. We're doing weekly events. We're not going to charge artists to perform. They're going to be able to just come for free. We're going to have you set up your interview, so we're going to be offering that as well. I'm going to have South by Soul come out as well, and a few other my friends. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff. Purple Shell, I'm going to have them involved.
Yeah, shout out. Shout out to all the platforms in Atlanta, man. Shout out to all
Players Club Music Group, my peers over there. So I got some things I'm working on. So we're going to start doing more sponsored events and more not to say like unsigned artist events, but it's more like a networking mixer. Right. So the DJs and the artists are getting more personable.
Yeah, cause
so you can actually have a conversation.
That's exactly what I wanted to touch on too, man. How you just feel about the state of that, of the DJs and the artists, like just in your opinion, because you in a exec eye of it now. You know what I'm saying? You after DJ, now you're exec. How do you feel just about that relationship between the DJs and the artists? Should it be stronger? Like what's
I think changed because of social media, and you have to adapt to your environment and adapt to the change as well. So what's going on with social media and influencer marketing changed the way DJs deal with artists.
Yeah.
Because some artists rather go to an influencer to say,
can you just do some of my record
TikTok to my song, and hopefully it does well. So I would say we need to kind of bring that back, and I feel like that's actually missing. The DJ artist aspect of that one-on-one relationship that once was. So I feel like that's actually missing to me personally. That's why I always encourage artists to approach DJs personally, build your personal relationship. Not everything needs to go excuse me, not everything needs to go through a manager or a cousin or something.
Yeah.
The DJ wants to get to know you. You want him to play your music, but you're sending 5 people.
Come on.
And then
Come
not
on.
everything is a payola situation.
Not
Why don't you
everything.
figure if he actually likes your music?
Come on, man.
Send him a gift package, a hoodie, and something in a USB with your music on it, and say, what are your first out of 5 records? Tell me your best 3.
Come
And
on.
would you play it in the club? Like, ask these questions first. So those stages are not, and it's non-existent now. So
That's truly building. That's truly building a relationship, though. I ain't never had no artist sit there and send me music, say, "Hey, man, I value your opinion. Which one you want? Which one you feel like for you to play my stuff on whatever you got going on, DJ?" They don't do that. Like I never seen. Like I like the hoodie idea. Like
Yeah.
Cause like I said, once you get the money burned, it's gone. Like it's going to a bill. It's done. Like I really forgot you gave it to me after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, man, artists, y'all gotta real talk. Take heed to that right there, and really just come up to these DJs and build relationships, man. That from somebody like this that's been with some of the biggest artists.
Call them to your studio first.
Come on.
That don't even say, because sometimes they skip those stages. Have
Ooh.
those meetings and those powwows in the studio with the DJs.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I just did 5 songs. I want you hear these records. What you think?
Shit, invite a DJ to your session.
Yeah, that's what
Like-
the DJs are, the A&Rs. Oh, look.
Invite a DJ to your session. I'm telling you, like
I agree.
when anybody's in there listening and watching the make of a song, sometimes you tend to like it automatically, just because you like, damn, that's creative because it's happening real in time. So invite DJs to your session.
Next time we
like
come,
that.
we're gonna do a set, like a DJ set. We're gonna bring real turntables out and probably do a little.
Yeah,
To show
he
the
like
art
that
of the
too, though.
To show you, where it started from, for real.
Yeah, and that's one thing a lot of people don't know about this man. He on the turntable. We're not talking about the boards. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about the controller. We talking about real turntable with mixes. Like I had sessions with this guy. Crazy.
Yeah, I still got it, man. Don't never think it's gone.
Crazy. I'll tell you, when he get to doing a little bobbing, a little juggle tight, listen, I'm telling y'all. Hey, I'm over there like, all right, I gotta get me some. And I'm still getting some.
Yeah, you getting it.
They coming, man. But listen, man, I really do appreciate you for coming and having this sit down and really give some game, because a lot of people need it. When I'm talking about artists, up and coming people, young DJs like me, man, a lot of people need game from people like you.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That has been through the trenches, been through a real process to get to where you gotten. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for just telling that little advice, the advice that you did give. You know what I'm saying? Just about mental, getting into that, because we all need it, but it's everyday life shit is tough.
That's true. That's
You know what I'm saying? This shit is tough, man. So when you got somebody like you that's willing to give game, man, like I said, you've been a mentor to me, and I appreciate you for that. I really do appreciate that, man, because you don't have to. Nobody has to do
I
nothing.
would tell people that. Be like, oh, keep going. I'm like, bro, I don't really have to.
You don't have.
This is a choice for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Nobody has to do nothing in this life. You feel what I'm saying? So when you can actually get somebody else time and get somebody else to actually believe in you, now you gotta cherish this shit and let them people know that shit. And that's what I pride myself on doing. So I appreciate you once again, man.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you.
So
Man,
we
for having me.
wrapping this thing up now, man. This has been another episode of the biggest tire show on ATL Billboard, man. Make sure y'all go download the app at ATL Billboard. Please go follow. Tell them when your handles.
Follow me on social media. Just Google KEBU. I'll pop up. You see my face. Holla.
So it's definitely just Google them, man. Make sure y'all go email them, all that good shit, man. And make sure y'all go follow the Team Titan page on Instagram, man, for these upcoming events and things that we got going on coming up, man. Make sure y'all go do that, man. This has been another episode. And guess what? We out.